Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7 now. Today, got some more Guild Wars for you guys. That's right, it's been a while since we've jumped into a good Guild Wars session, and we're just gonna go right into the action here. For the first team, we're gonna be fighting an Empyrean Ilanov, an Abyssal Fiend, and Azallea. So I'm gonna bring my own Empyrean Ilanov, Valencia, and DDR, and I'm gonna briefly show all my unit stats on the screen. Right, I'm bringing in the full injury team into this, even though Abyssal Fiend doesn't really care about injury. I am going to try to chip her down last, and hopefully Valencia can just finish her off relatively quickly. Otherwise, the Empyrean Ilanov should provide enough mitigation for us to hopefully not die too hard into his team. For the bottom team, though, this is where the things get spicy. My opponent has Harsetti, BBK, and Navy Captain Landy. Now, we are going to be using our Afternoon Soak Flan, and so this is her current build. If you haven't seen her showcase video, highly recommend you check it out. But she is on a +30 Dreamlike Holiday artifact. It's her own artifact, kind of best in slot and for increasing her damage output here. She is on Lifesteal and Penetration set and SSS imprint, so we're gonna go ahead and see what she can do in this situation. Now I'm gonna bring Abigail and Zeal along for the ride. Abigail, quite tanky, is just really here for support. She can potentially S1 and push up the team too, which is great. Her S3 also has Defense Break, which works relatively well with Flan's high damage output. Zio is going to be a fantastic partner for Flan, mostly because of the fact that well actually hang on, I'm going to attack and print the entire team first, but when he S1, since he goes first before Harsetti, he'll be able to allow Flan to dual attack, and when Flan dual attacks, she'll push herself up and then take the turn. She can then S3 and then push up my Abigail, and then hopefully we have a cycle of everyone pushing each other up, and it'll be great. But let's see, we're going first before the Laya. Now, I can push up the... I actually want to S3 here. I don't know if I want to S3 here. I'm just going to go ahead and push up the entire team. Unfortunately, not enough because of the Abyssal Fiend on the other side. Not enough for my Valencia to lap. However, I could go right into the Ilanov right now. I think I'd rather just go while there's no indomitable buff increasing the defense of this Laya. I'm gonna go straight into her. Look at that. Look at that damage that's inflicted here. Laya's pretty much at half her health. Right, I've injured her down to basically deal no damage with her S3, which is fantastic. We are going to get the indomitable buff here. I am going to try to kill this Laya as soon as possible, mostly because I don't want her to dual attack into me. That would be quite an issue, especially since she'd probably be aiming for the DDR right now. Yeah, and see, look at that. Those dual attacks, not going to be pretty. I am going to S3, go ahead and inflict the Venoms onto everyone, hopefully sleep his entire team too. There you go, I really don't want that Abyssal Fiend causing havoc on us. Good damage right there. We could just let the... Oh, I don't know about this. I'm gonna go straight for the Ilanov. My Ilanov can actually finish off the Laya that's on his side. Ooh, it's a resist Ilanov. She's resisting all of my Valencia's injury applications there. We'll go ahead and kill the Laya here. Right? So we should be able to loop here. Very nice. We can S2, put the Pestilence buff once more. And I can Soul Burn to ignore resistance, so we'll go ahead and do that. Get that defense break on this Ilanov. Unfortunately, it doesn't ignore res for applying Venom, but that's okay. I don't have the Soul Burn to detonate the injury, but DDR should be able to finish things off. There you go. Okay, so now it's pretty much just Fiend. The issue right now is this Fiend could spell disaster for me if she counters too much. I think DDR's dead. Oh yeah, DDR's dead here. This is not looking too great right now. However, Venoms are stacking. That is good. Let's go ahead and hit the S1 there. Alright, we do have a chance, so let's go for an S1. There we go. We should be able to finish her off. I don't know if she's on... Okay, she is on Holy Sacrifice. Alright, this is not great because, well, obviously, Abyssal Fiend's using her S3. The only good thing is that Empyrean Ilanov does actually have a chance here There you go. She mitigates that defense penetration, and we are able to finish things off. Unfortunately, we lost the DDR, but I think this is a pretty good situation to be in, all things considered, right? Yeah, not bad. Not bad for an injury team. Not bad for an Alencia, that's for sure. Okay, so for this team, look at this. Harsetti always guarantees that she goes first. However, Zio gets to cut, increase combat readiness by 20%, and we get to go before Harsetti. I can hit anybody I want. This should push up the Flan, and Flan will guarantee crits on this dual attack. So I should just go for the Navy Captain Landy here, I believe. But the best thing to do would probably be to try to kill this Harsetti, right? Killing Harsetti would be very nice. I'm going to try to kill this Harsetti here. Ooh, that is really good. Good damage, except the counterattacks, which I do not appreciate. We'll go for an S3 here. Should be able to kill. I really wanted to keep the Zio alive, guys, but Navy Captain Landy's saying, no, apparently not. Push up the Abigail. Unfortunately, Zio is going to have his immortality proc. That's why I brought Abigail along, is to keep the Zio alive. But right now there's a curse debuff that's in play. If I S1 here and I attack the BBK, it will cause BBK to deal more damage onto me, which I'm not too big of a fan of right now. If I S1 here, we can dual attack with Flan. Guess we could do that. I guess we can dual attack with the Flan. There you go. Good damage. And thankfully, we're actually, Landy's countering into the Flan, which means not a whole ton of damage coming out. So we are immortal, which is why I brought the Abigail along. So Zio's protected. BBK doesn't take an extra turn. We could, oh, honestly. Well, first of all, this is an AoE. It's probably going to kill the Navy Captain Landy regardless. There you go. Beautiful stuff. We did proc the immortality here. So that's good. I am gonna just S3, maybe we can get lucky and try to strip, even though I took the effectiveness imprint off of him. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So in that case, I don't know what to do. We'll just go for an S3. I'd rather my units not loop back around here. Okay, so yeah, Zio's going to die, that's okay. Just gonna have to take some losses in these fights, I guess. But the Flan is going to come in and finish things off. But yeah, Zio with Flan together, pretty good duo to take into Harsetti. The only unfortunate thing is we got our immortality procced a little bit early there. I don't think it would have mattered though. Zio was going to go down regardless. But yeah, not too shabby overall. Alright guys, let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun with our second match here, going up against this tower that has, well, a pretty decent defense team. Bellion, Melpolitis, and Genoa. Now something you really want to deal with on a normal day, however, we are going to be testing Flan to her limits here. Afternoon Soak Flan, same build as before. Her S1 is an AoE, and so I thought, hey, why not try to use her with Caesarea? This might be the first time you guys have seen my revamped Caesarea, but kind of build her like I do Pirate Captain Flan. She is very, very bulky, and 200 effectiveness to boot, which is absolutely fantastic. Her EE is the one where I detonate bombs inflicted on the at the end of the turn with her S1, so she essentially again just becomes a Pirate Captain Flan. We also have New Moon Luna here. I'm using New Moon Luna because she's not affected by the negative effects of this Melpolitis at the start of the match, so I can go ahead and seal the Genoa and the Bellion, and then hopefully my other units are going to be faster than his over here. Could be a fast Bellion. If that's the case, it's still fine because Flan has 100% evasion. She won't be hit by any of the debuffs by Bellion, and so we should be okay. For the bomb team here, we got Zio, Politica, and ML Shu. So going to this team, we're going to bring a full-on control team. We're going to have Spez here for the nukes. He is pretty slow, but he's very bulky. The fastest unit of my team is going to be this Broman. Broman's going to be carrying Book, so he can soul burn an S3 into an S1, hopefully silencing and pushing everybody back. But if not, Silverblade Araminta should come in with almost 200 effectiveness, right? 180-something effectiveness, but once we get her buffs going live very, very soon, then later this week actually, then she will be a menace, and I'll actually start imprinting her so she gets more effectiveness. She should be over 200, she should be about 250 effectiveness by the time I'm done with her. But let's jump into it and see how it goes. Ooh, New Moon Luna actually going first here. Now, there is no Soulburn because the Bellion's on the other side, but that's quite okay. Gonna go ahead and S3 anyway. Hopefully we land the seal on the Genoa. There you go, actually landed seal on everybody, so that is fantastic for us. Caesarea and everyone's gonna get pushed back, but that's fine. And we do get a speed down. A little bit unfortunate. We would have lapped the Bellion there, but just a smidge too slow. We're gonna get pushed back here, but again, Flan is okay. Flan's doing alright. And Genoa's gonna go. He's gonna nuke the Caesarea, not do that much damage. So that's always good. And now my Flan, we could S1 here. It'll be an AoE. It'll proc the Caesarea at the very least to push up the team. I think I will go for that. Go for the S1. Because again, we need at least one focus to have our evasion here. That was a lot of damage. Oh my god, wait a minute. That was a... I forgot we sealed the Genoa, so it was over. Yeah, it's over. It's pretty much over, so there you go, guys. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay, let's take a look at the second team here and see what happens. Alright, Zio's gonna go. He's gonna hit the Broman, but Broman can't be pushed back, and he can't be silenced. So we're in a really good position right now. I am gonna go for the Soulburn here. Want to try to silence, push everybody back as much as possible. Ooh, we did get a defense break. I'm gonna hit the silenced unit, increases my chances of proccing his extra attack. There you go. Try to push everyone back there. Very nice. Look how far back Shu went. We're in the combat readiness bar. Let's go for an S3 with Silverblade Araminta. If we can stun the ML Shu. Oh, beautiful stuff, because now we can just go ahead and nuke her off the face of this planet. There you go. Even on Proof of Valor, does nothing, right? 40k damage right there. I don't know why I said 80. But here we go. Another proc from the Broman. Beautiful stuff. Push back everybody. The Silverblade Araminta. We could just actually stack some damage onto this Boudica. She's really not a threat when she's only silenced, and Araminta, oh man guys, post-buff Araminta is gonna be an absolute menace. Broman can go ahead and do this too. Man, this is a control player's wet dream, isn't it? Push everyone back. Spez gonna go. Spez can S3 into the Zio. He halves the damage that he takes due to DFI. That's still 24k damage, and all the burns. Whew. Guys, that was probably one of the cleanest matches I've had in a very long time. Alright guys, last but not least, we have to go against this stronghold here. So, jumping into this fight, it's a really weird first team. There's not really much damage, but hey, Ron with Arnau. Arnau hasn't been nerfed yet. There could potentially be a trap, who knows? But there's an Arwell, Ron, and Nokwa. I'm just going to go ahead and bring Ed and a Tywin, because they'll keep debuffs off of themselves, and a Tywin helps keep Ed mostly debuff free from Ron's initial S3, which is kind of good. So that's what we're going to go for, and Sylvan Sage Vivian is immune to debuffs, as long as she starts off with some focus, and there's no Solitaria or Emma Politis on the other side, so it should be relatively safe. For the bottom team, we got Zio, Emma Luna, and BBK, so I'm going to go once more with the Abigail. She's a very safe Guild War unit, especially if you build her relatively tanky. Victorious Flag also reducing the damage that she takes, which is really good for us. We also have Flan over here, same build as always, but what I'm going to be using her here for is a unit that can potentially survive BBK, right? BBK, when she has 3s, if she misses, she loses out on a lot of damage, because most people build her with 300, 350 crit damage. Empyrean Ilanov is going to be the last unit on the team. She's in the back line because she is a light unit. BBK, being dark, will target Ilanov naturally with the S1 follow-up attacks and all that stuff, and I want to make sure that keep Ilanov alive. I also need to make sure she's a light unit. I would ideally want to have something like a, Infinite Rise like Hades here, but I don't have her, so it's unfortunate. So we'll keep the Empyrean Ilanov alive. She does have an S3 that can cleanse the debuffs from the New Moon Luna, so that is going to help us out quite a bit too. Alright, so let's go and see what this guy's in store for us. We are going to counter here. Nice. Only attack down on the knock wall, not the greatest thing. I would honestly prefer to have a provoke or something like that instead, but she is going to go for the S3 first, which is fine, because Ed gets to cleanse this. We have another shot. Come on now. Oh, we got the restrict. Okay, she's gonna end up sealing the Tywin as long as it's not the Ed. It's okay. So Tywin won't be able to cleanse anymore. But that's fine. He does lose this first turn to a... Oh, never mind. He doesn't lose it to a stun. I take that back. Very good. We're going to hit the Ron here. Let's go ahead and provoke him so he doesn't hit the Ed. Right now, everyone's going to be hitting the Tywin, which kind of sucks. And he won't be able to cleanse any of this stuff. Okay, so with this, Sylvan Sage Vivian should be able to heal. We'll S3 here so we can heal everybody back up, especially the Tywin. But this should kill the Ron too. That's a good source of his damage gone. There you go. See what I mean by the Ron can just essentially almost solo a team by himself if he's lucky. If he had like RNL procs and stuff like that, Atom might have actually died, which is a terrifying thought. Okay, but we should be able to finish off the others here. Let's go ahead and S3. Hopefully we can stun the Knockwall so she loses his turn. Otherwise she's going to be really annoying reapplying Seal on us again. Alright, so there we go. We're going to go ahead and finish off the Knockwall with the Sylvan Sage. Now off to the races with the second match. So this is the one I've been looking forward to. Want to see what we can do against a really aggressive team. Now it's a really slow BBK. Some people build faster BBKs, but not in this case. It's actually a really slow New Moon Luna, very surprisingly. Probably meant as a trap. Seeing that she's actually fully geared here, 21k health. Okay, so we do have a bunch of debuffs on us, but this is why I brought the Ilanav along. So we're going to go for an S3 here. I'm going to go into New Moon Luna. We're going to cleanse everybody off. And with our Afternoon Soak Flan, I could actually go for an S3 to push up the Abigail. I think I will do that. And then Abigail can S1 and we can dual attack and I'll push up my team even more. So this is a really good tempo team, especially because when my opponent attacks me, Ilanav does actually get quite a bit of combat readiness too. Oh, look at that. The curse actually not working in my favor here. Mostly because I don't want the BBK to have low health. BBK with low health is not good for me. Mostly because she'll do more damage when she has threes, but it's okay. I think it's inevitable here. We're just lapping this guy around. So Zio dies, BBK goes to the S3. She is not gonna kill, which is fantastic. And now we proc the second immortality. And we just have to survive. And I'm pretty sure we do, because there's no way that Ilanav can die here. She has the immortality from the Abigail that we still haven't procced. So if you haven't really been getting it here, Abigail's a really good character. Abigail's a really good support unit, especially in Guild Wars. So yeah, with that being said though guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.